arms or your legs for this pressure? Where's the power?
I'm kind of like a tripod. I have foot, bend knees, and then one arm straight.
Okay. You should teach us
Film.
this.
Can I put it on TikTok?
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so you do that for a good time.
Like 30 seconds, something?
Maybe even longer. Depends. Wait till you feel their body. And then you come up here and you do the same with their shoulders.
Oh wow, you're so strong with your hands.
And then you release. And then you find the spine and you go on this side of it, opposite side. And you press away, gently out. Sink in. This is called palpations. This is the first 10 minutes of your massage. And then you do glute.
Do you put your body weight into it?
Sink in. Sink in. Now we're going to the legs. Forearms sink in right under the glutes. Gently up.
So glute has two
Sink in.
sinkings.
2 on the thigh. Say hello to the back of the leg. Then you're going to grab the calf, lift up, squeeze, roll towards you, and then push away. Again, move down, lift up, squeeze, press over, press away. Again, pick up, squeeze. Now I'm moving swiftly. You can slow it down if you have a 90-minute. And then some foot pressure. Again, lift up, roll, squeeze, all my strength. Squeeze, pull, press. Again, squeeze the calf, pull towards you, roll, and then you're going to slide onto the middle of their hamstring. Sink in, take a deep breath. Move up an inch, sink in slow. You're going to do glute, sink in, exhale again. She has tightness over here. This is her bad hip. You can tell. And you pull out, and then you see the spine. You sink on this side. This is her low back. You're going to sink in. This should take 10 minutes. This is called opening moves. Deep tissue. And then quietly fold down. Take the tissue over there. And then you don't ever do this next to their ear.
It's so.
You don't do this. You do it over here and on your belt. Do your forearms.
Such important details. Thank
Absolutely.
you. Yeah.
Get your forearms, your elbow, and hands nice and lotioned quietly. And then what you're going to do, this is a deep tissue, you're going to touch and you're going to start spreading lotion with firm pressure. All the way down, and use your forearms and come back up. Deep pressure. Again, and now you're going to step to the side. You're going to come up with your forearms, bending in your knees. You're not on the bones. You're on the side of the spine, using the forearm. This is called running the fours. You're only using forearm. Down. Pull the arm off. Come back up. Still using the forearm. Going up to the center. Doing it again. This time you're going to sit on quadris laborum. And then you're going to take your fingers and hold them in between, and you're going to use not the tip of your elbow, but the side, and you're going to stay on this side of the spine and sink in, straight down, sync with their breathing. She's exhaling, and then you're going to slowly crawl up the spine. And you're not on the spine, you're on the erectors, and you're coming straight up. The spine is in between my fingers. Here's the spine. And you're just pulling this like so. And then you come straight down here, up, over, and then you come down like this. Grab the arm, take this hand, slide it under, take your forearm again. Now you're going to go nice and deep. Same thing. Sink in. Remember, this is a deep tissue, so you're putting good pressure, but no elbow. Everything on this scapula here, I call it the pizza, is tight. And then again, come up. And you come all the way up the neck with firm pressure up to the neck. Hold. And then come back down. Bring the arm back up. And then you're going to come up and do the other side now. You can hang out on the neck for a second. Do your fun stuff. Tight. Arena. And then you're going to maybe come over here. One hand. Oh. Oh. And then you're going to start putting the lotion on again. And you're going to come up again on the side. You're coming in between the rib and the hip. Coming up, coming up.
Oh, I have a question.
Nope, we're watching and recording. We're going to keep going. You're going to come down. You're going to do it again. Up, slow, sit. Take the two fingers, put them on either side of the spine. And now you're pulling all those muscles on this side of the spine. And separating them. You're not on the spine, you're next to it, and you're pulling them all the way up. When you find a tight spot, sit on it, breathe. Keep breathing, it's kind of separating, and you're coming all the way up. I'm still pressing. Fluid, pressing down the scapula, and now I'm pulling the arm off. And I'm kind of still on, still pressing up. Up. Now I'm pressing into the scapularis, coming up and over, tight. You're not doing elbow, you're doing forearm. And you're coming back up again here. You're pressing this way with this hand, kind of pulling the spine that way, coming up this way. And again, doing a nice fluid sweep down. And then you come around like this, grab the arm, put your hand under again, take the other arm, sink in on tricep. People with carpal tunnel, hand pain, all stimulates right here. This is where it all comes. Painters, construction workers, and then you go up scapula, lots of pain, so you want to really kind of be helpful here. And then you're taking this arm, coming up, and pressing away, sinking, taking the hand, pulling it up. Then, now you have time. So that was 15 minutes. So now you're going to do some finger work. Now you're going to just slowly walk down the spine with your thumbs. Da, 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 da. And then you're going to step to that side, and now you're going to pull that skin and knead all that lactic acid you just pumped out. And then you're going to take your thumbs, you're going to slide up, squeeze. And remember, you can stay as long as you want. And you're going to do the same on this side. You're going to come up. Remember, just always finish your moves. Start again. Walk down the other side of the spine, nice and slow, tiptoeing down the erectors on the other side of the spine. You're going to come step onto this side. And again, you're going to grab the skin and big, huge clam grabs, like a clamshell. Walk yourself up again. And then you're going to start working on neck. And this you can do for a good 3-4 minutes. And remember, it's not just move, move, move. You can go move, hold, squeeze, hold. And both hands are always active. It's one pulling and one pushing. We're not just doing one hand. We're doing two. Once you're done with this, you can get in here and maybe do a little slow scalp. Now you're going to say goodbye with an effleurage. Slide down, come up, over, down, pull the arms down, slowly come up the side, and then you're going to say, oh, thank you. Then you're going to take your towel out, which I forgot to put in. So pretend there's a towel. Put the towel here. There's a towel on your back, taking a little oil off. And then you're going to take the towel off, roll it back up, throw it back in there. And then you're going to do this quietly. And then you're going to walk down the legs. You're going to pull this back. Now, you want to do, every time I do a move, you have to do it 3 times. I'm only doing it once.
Okay.
Because that'll give you 50 and 80 minute sessions. Now the leg is exposed. Again, 1, 2, 3. Remember, this is running the 4s. You're doing your forearms. We're lotioning up our hands and our forearms. We're coming in. The first thing is spreading lotion firmly. Starting at the ankles, going all the way up. See how my forearm's already starting to climb onto the body? Coming up, coming up, coming up, right up to the glutes. Then you come back down, nice and slow. That's the key. Again, forearm. Slowly. This is a painful spot, so you don't need to go deep. You want to kind of gently glide over where the leg bends. Don't put a lot of pressure. You're going to go deep, jump over without taking your hand off, and then sink in again, nice and slow, running the fours. Again. And again. Now this time I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to pull and I'm going to sink in again. This time I'm going to follow it with this hand with a thumb pressure separating. See how that's...
This is amazing feeling.
Separating. This is what I trained myself to do. It's called running the fours. I'm still forearm. Now I'm switching over and finishing up the move.
Wow.
And then I'm coming back down. And then you can lift the leg up and you can work the front side, just pumping all that lactic acid out. Shake it out. Put your hand here. Bend this back. You can lift this up. You can stretch the foot. You can do some deep work. You can do range of motion. You can pull this down and you can put your fist in the glute and then do the slot machine. Did I win? Cha-ching! 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 Nice and slow. Bend over, slide down. Do a nice traction. Boom. Slowly pull down. And then say goodbye. And then we come over to here. Peel this back. We do the same thing, running the fours one more time. Still holding on to her foot. You have not taken off. Can I have the lotion? Your lotion's on your belt, so you don't have to take your hands off. Again, get plenty of lotion. It's important to put the lotion right here. Okay, plenty of it. And you can expose glutes if you want, but you don't have to. You want to make sure you have some room. Again, slide in. It's almost like you're slipping up the body. You want to get your forearms on the body and your hands. So sliding up the body with pressure. Like if you were, trying to do a push-up. You're using your own body weight. And again, you could do this a dozen times if you want. The slower, the better. When you find something tight, just sit there. Breathe. And then hold, a little shake. Again, slowly back out of your entire move. Again, this time you can use your hands and do the same thing. See how much pressure? You can see the blood vessels. You see how I'm using the entire hand, just pressing up. And then I'm not letting go. I'm still coming back down. I'm just kind of sliding back down the ladder. And then again, one more time. This time I'm going to follow it with my thumb. I'm using the whole arm as a massage tool. The whole arm. And then holding. This is a painful point, so a lot of people don't like it. Again, jump over that part and then sink in and strip. It's called stripping, and you're basically trying to just get in between each muscle. Find a knot, sit on it, count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come out, bend the leg, pull all that juice that you just pumped, get it out of that calf, get it out of the calf, come up, still on my forearm, using it as a tool down the leg, closing the knee on it, pulling it back, like so, and now you're done. So you would say, okay, it's time for you to scoot down so your head's on the table and then flip over. Scoot all the way down, more, scoot down. That's the proper way to get somebody.
We forgot to do hands. Or you do hands.
We'll do hands now. Okay, so now that the client says, she's staring at this bright light. Not cool. So you have choices. You look around the room. What could I use to cover it? I would take, if I forgot my towel or if I forgot something, I would take the top off this And I would fold it like so and just go, thank you. And I would, clean them up a little bit. Pull this like so. You're pampering this person. Even if you're going deep tissue, you still want them to be comfortable. You want to then run over to the bolster and make sure it's under her knee. Like if you see how she's all tangled up, you want to gently and slowly. This is gobbling up time, people. This is good. You have to do 50 minutes, so sometimes people help you. So again, you're gonna go right to the leg now. And you're gonna pull it out, and you lost the lotion. There it is, so it should be on your belt. So you're not supposed to do this, but when you do, keep it quiet, keep the lights. You can dim the lights when they flip over, but we're not gonna do that now. Again, you're gonna put plenty of pumps, hand on the forearm. Now you're gonna come in. You're gonna come up, and this is where you're gonna use your forearm, nice and slow. I'm pushing pressure here all the way to here, and all the way up, and then I'm coming back down. Now I'm gonna come up this way. In the front of the legs, it's not so easy, so you're gonna use more hands because you can't really get in here. I can because I'm good at it, but newbies might not understand that. You can use your forearm here, not your elbow. That feels too gnarly, right? That's too much for a lot of people, but you can drill little pilot holes, but you have to have a steady hand, and you always use your other hand to stop your elbow from going, oops. And then when you get up here, again, you want to make sure their leg is completely tucked in. Now you just go to town, and remember, everything towards the heart. Everything towards the heart. And again, you found a knot, and you just can guess where the knots are. Pressing all the way up. And when you're done with this leg, you do that 10 times or so. If you have 80 minutes, you do it 10 times, maybe using a little bit more finger work. You do the other side. Now we're going to jump to the arms. Arms are easy. You just take your hand and you stick it in here like so. You flip it like that. You see how I'm tucking this in? So now I don't get to see her boobs because I've already tucked this in. Now you find your lotion. And remember, we're running the force with deep tissue. This isn't like frou-frou. You put one hand and you put it here. You take the other hand and you press into the ground here and press. And then you pull the arm up and you press. And then you take the arm and you press. And then you go like this. And then you walk around this way. And you take it like this and you pull. And then you press into here. And you come around like this. And you take your forearm and you find, so here's the bone, here's the pecs. You come up like this, you bend it, and you go up, and then sink. Once you're sunk into that pecs, you then do the slot machine. Because what's that doing? It's pinning and stretching the muscle. And then you can come around again, and you can pull, shake it out, do some deep work in the hands, and then you separate, and you hold, and you move stuff. Pin, move, again, massaging that bicep, and again, we're stretching that pectoral, and we're doing it again. That's the hands on the deep tissue. Now you're at neck, and you're in a deep tissue. It's a different ball game. You take the stool. Lotion, please. Now, I would dim the lights recording. I would dim them very much because now this thing's gonna fall off. First thing I do, remember I just did both arms. I push this down and I go into the chest, and then I come up the neck, and then I kind of wiggle my hands underneath, and then I press up into their cervical spine. Can you get a close-up of that? And I just let it sit there. I mean, count to 20. You're in a massage, the music's going. They're not keeping track of time, they're breathing. And then when you're done holding that, you pull a little bit, and then you slowly turn their head. And that's when you just start going up and down. Up and down. And you want to tell them to take the necklaces off because that's just a pain. And you just do whatever you think you can do. Don't, you see this thing here? Lift your head up a little bit, Arena. You see this muscle here? Don't go past that. Don't go in here. So See how that you can massage this in a deep tissue. Now release your head. Now I have our sternocleidomastoid. But see, you have to be professionally trained to do this. So I wouldn't do that, even if you're not. Don't massage here. Only up, say the ear here, down to the clavicle. Anything from here back, 100%. And you can use your thumb. You can use your fist. If you didn't have a necklace, you can gently have a loose fist and you can slide down and press into that shoulder, you know. You can pinch, it's called pincher. It's not pinching, it's you get as much meat as possible and then you pull it towards you and you massage like so. And then you come up like this again, maybe do a little bit more and then you're gonna flip over to this side and again you're gonna come up. See how it comes off? And then you're gonna do the same thing. Up. And then all the way down, not past this line. These are called the scalings. They're very painful for people. And if you just find a knot and just sit there and then maybe move the head with it, it's like, okay, I understand. This is a deep tissue. This isn't a Swedish. You're not having to skate around the whole body. You're supposed to do 50 minutes. You tell the client, this is a deep tissue. I can work on 2 points and that's it. This isn't a full body. Would you like to switch to a Swedish? They say no. So you have to say, okay, would you like back and neck? Would you like arm and knee? Or, you know, like find the 2 points and work around those things. Always massage anything around the front and the back of the muscle when they want deep tissue. My low back hurts, so you're gonna do their low back, their upper back, the front of their legs. You know, you're gonna do as much as you can to release. And common sense is a key thing. Like, just think about yourself. Like, after moving furniture with your arms, your back hurts. So you want to stretch the back. You want to put warm towels on the back. You want to like pull the back. You want to sit on the back. And that, my friend, is a deep tissue in 10 minutes.
Fantastic.